everyone, we're back. This is the ESC United jury for the 22 season. We already reviewed 39. This is the very last time we get to talk about the 22 season, at least from the jury perspective, because soon enough the rehearsals will kick off. And once again, for the last time, we will talk about it, share our thoughts, then our scores, and at the very end, of course, the overall team score. You ready to do this one last time? Let's jump right into it, because the last country on our list is Ukraine. And Ukraine actually had a national final. I know there have been some changes from the initial winner, and there was some drama at that point, and we understand. We're not going to go too much into the whole political discussion here. Please understand, we want to focus on the music because that is very important to us. I'm sure we're going to talk about everything else more in the future as well, but we want to focus on the music here. And Kalush Orchestra ultimately was the act that is going to Turin with the song Stefania. And I want to hear from you all. Sebastian, for the last time this year, please tell me, what are your thoughts?
Let's enjoy these moments in our hearts. So, Ukraine. If the song deserved to win the whole thing, I don't think so. And I'm saying this, I made this statement as a fan of Stefania. I believe the song really glue everything what people loves from Ukraine at Eurovision Song Contest. It's modern, it's folk, so it's somehow mixing their style, their culture into the pop standard, and also we have these rap elements of it. So quite honestly, if you are looking for something interesting, objectively creative, it's Ukraine. So much love from me. They are doing what they are doing. I'm so happy they are gonna be with us on Turin, and we will see what's gonna happen. I believe that they have huge chance to do very well. I believe lots of people gonna develop lots of points to them in the televoting. I believe juries go the same way. So everything is happened. The moon is the ceiling for them. So, but still, if the song should win, not. That's my case, and I hope you understand.
All right, that is your opinion, James.
I find the interplay between the two singers to be very interesting. You have the folk singer who sings about a mother figure in sort of a almost abstract term, how a lot of Slavic folk songs, they use the use of metaphors and the mother is sort of in a more abstract form, and then the rap singer comes in and she's more defined, more specific notes, specific struggles, living in modernity. So I really do enjoy that interplay between the two. Normally, when it comes to rap at Eurovision, I usually try to play cop in saying that Europeans don't do it very well, and for the love of God, please don't do it. However, in this song, I think it works very well, actually. I think the main rapper is very good, and his lyrics are quite choice. Now, this dedication to the mother figure, this would be poignant even before the invasion of Ukraine. But I think it takes on even more so now that mothers are having to leave behind their sons to fight against a murderous invader. And I think that because of that sentiment, that makes it even more poignant, even more sad. So I can see why this, on that alone, this is Bookie's favorites to crush it and win.
Yep. Sean?
A lot of the same sentiments. Obviously, I'm thrilled that they're in it this year. This is a real bold choice, I think, from Ukraine, but it really works. They're sort of the masters of authentically showcasing their culture and saying, this is who we are. We are Ukraine, and this is what we want to show you. And I think now more than ever, it's got an added poignancy, of course. In terms of the actual song structure itself, I think it's really creative how they've done it. Rap needs more representation in Eurovision. It really does, because it's for such a massive genre and so well liked around the world, it's so cruelly underrepresented. in Eurovision, and it deserves to have its place. I would love the UK to really show some of our, grime and hip hop scene at some point, but baby steps, BBC, one thing at a time. But yeah, I think the emotions were already palpable there, even before obviously the events that we're all too familiar with. I do think that the winner is going to come to a country that has a blue or yellow flag this year. I'll let you decide which one that's going to be. But it's hard to separate the song from the country this year with Ukraine. Objectively, I always like the song anyway. It's just so unique and alternative to Eurovision, and it's really authentic. But I just can't wait to hear the roar for these guys in Turin. It's going to be a real moment of solidarity and just love and outpouring. And I just can't wait to see it. I think these guys are going to mop up the televotes. It's just whether the juries are going to support it as much. It's a little bit more abrasive as a genre for the juries, so it'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
I agree. It is going to be a moment. I don't even know what to expect at this point, but it's going to be probably very impactful. And I will say this: I don't like it when people almost want to diminish, if this were to win, diminish it and just blaming it on that one issue. This song was popular from the very beginning, before even the invasion. It was high up in the betting odds. If Ukraine had the song, forgive me if I pick on a country, this is not my intent, but if they've had the song from Bulgaria, do you think it would have been as popular? I don't think that's the case. It's more than that. It is a fantastic song. Because the moment I heard this one, I said, this has to win. Like, this would be such a cool winner. And I know this would be high up in my ranking, and it stayed there. I love so much about it. The chorus, beautiful. The flute instrumental part is just great. And as James pointed out, I'm often also a little bit more when it comes to rap, I'm running. I'm goodbye. But it just absolutely works. It's rhythmic, it's melodic, it's so good. Ukraine did it again. This song to me is just fantastic. We'll say, because I just want to just praise it, there are a few flaws for me as well. I do think at the very end, the last 30 to 45 seconds, it gets I know I say a lot repetitive, but I feel as they could have switched up a little, because it becomes just the flute part and then dancing around. So they had an opportunity there to switch it up a little, but they did not take advantage of. But it's still a pearl, and if you want to come for this one, you better go for me, because I think this is just a good song. I think it's just really, 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 really good, and I'm rooting for Ukraine, for the song based on the song merits. That's all I'm saying. Here you have it. 4 opinions. Let's find out our points. Starting again with Sebastian. What did you give Ukraine?
As Sean said, it's pretty tough to not thinking about Ukraine this year and not making war on behind it. So yes, I believe that lots of people gonna pray, just pour the love to them, and they deserve it. This entry is really, really good. They deserve it from me top 10 on the grand final. Winning, I would say, as a broken record. Not, but still from your neighbor from Poland, 8 points.
8 points, that's pretty darn good. James.
Yeah, as Sebastian mentioned, it's hard to think about this song in isolation without thinking of what's going on there. It dominates the news every day. So I try to think of this song outside of that, I guess. And I agree with Matt. It does peter out a bit as it gets to the end, and they could have done something to just give it a bit more punch. So I gave it a 7.5. It's a solid entry. Not my favorite from Ukraine, which for me personally was Goe's double of Solovey and Shum, which are my top 2 Ukraine ever.
All right, Sean.
I think if Ukraine had decided to send San Marino's Chain of Light this year, then people could have had, an excuse or an argument that it may have been, it's just happening because of, what's going on.
I should have used that example, not Bulgaria.
This stands on its own 2 feet. This is an instant song. You're going to get a reaction to this either if you hate it or you love it. It seems a lot of people love it, and it just showcases a lot of not only what Ukraine is about, but what Eurovision is about. So it's an 8.5 from me. There are some minor flaws. Matt, like you said, towards the end of the song, it does get a little bit repetitive, but I can overlook that because the first 2.5 minutes before that are just so good.
Yeah. That's the only reason why it probably doesn't get a perfect score for me, because I think they could have done a little bit more with that. But other than that, this is really high up in my ranking. And to me, my favorite Ukrainian entry since 2013. And that is a strong statement considering what they've had to offer from them. So I love it. So I'm giving it 9 points. 9 points from me for Ukraine. There you have it. These are our scores. Is Ukraine going to get the points needed to do well in our ranking? Let's find out. Our 4 scores, along with the rest of the team, 12 additional members, we all voted, and our final score for Ukraine for the very last time this year, and then we have an actual winner, is 8.00. So
wow.
exactly on the nose, 8 points. Didn't somebody give 8 points? No. You did, Sebastian. So you got it right, huh? You feel good about yourself?
One time. Yeah, I'm on point. I'm so happy. This is the end of this year recordings. Yeah, I can truly believe this song gonna do fantastic. How fantastic, we're gonna see it live on stage and we're gonna get the results on the board, but surely Ukraine gonna be very high. That's pretty 100% sure.
Yes. And rightfully so, in my opinion. I think it's a great song, and I was hoping maybe for a few extra points, but at least we can all say everyone just voted here based on their personal opinion and taste about it, not just giving a high score for the sake of it. 8.00 for Ukraine, and I'm going to show you for the for the very last time, our ranking, and you will have our winner. So, thank you for everything. Following all these 40 long videos, and don't think we're done because I think rehearsals are just about to start and we're just about to arrive in Turin, some of us that is. So I'll talk to you all soon. Mwah.